Everybody can't handle Lilith. Let the beat breathe. Yeah. Everybody, every man or woman is not equipped to handle Lilith. Hell, Adam couldn't handle Lilith. Adam couldn't do it. Who am I talking about when I say Lilith? I'm talking about Adam from the Bible's first wife. Left out of the Bible, but included in all type of Jewish mythology, mentioned in Gnosticism and other ancient texts. But everybody can't handle Lilith. Everybody can't handle Kali. Yeah. Just Shiva. Just Shiva. As she sat straddled upon his manhood with a necklace of heads that she had just sliced the fuck off, as she is trying to achieve her big O. Everybody can't handle Kali. What happened with Lilith? Why? What happened with her? What happened with her and Adam? Well, basically, she refused to bow down to Adam because she had knowledge of self, and she knew that she was made from the same dust as Adam was. In fact, she could see that what she was indeed greater. Let the beat breathe. That bitch had wings. In some depictions of her, they say that her hands and feet were claws. Maybe the bitch just needed a pedicure. Maybe she just needed a good mani-pedi. I don't know. But the point is, as Adam was trying to get some of that charcuterie, he instructed her to lay down and be still. Let me get my shit off. And she said, hell no. She said no. She refused to be obedient, and she refused to bow down to Adam. And in some depictions, they say that she was cast out, exiled from the Garden of Eden. But really, she just fucking left. That's one thing about Lilith. She gonna fucking leave. Yeah, she will leave. You see, Eve was created as a symbol of what womanhood should be in the patriarchy, which is why they had Eve to be made from Adam's rib, so that Adam would always be able to say, without me, there is no you. You know? You wouldn't exist without me. That's what she was created for. She was created to keep the power of femininity docile and under control and covered up. But see, Lilith represents what the true return of the dark divine feminine means. You notice I always include that word dark. And I don't mean evil when I say dark. But when I say dark, I mean the fullness. See, light is encompassed in darkness, so it is assumed. When I say dark, I mean the fullness of what the divine feminine is. Rage. That feminine, female rage is the scariest thing on this earth. Crumbles the largest men. And for the most part, women are pretty, they kind of have a mental knowing of their limits in life and in society. So they only kind of take it so far. Some women take it all the way there. We all have met one or two of those. But in real life, women are extremely powerful, but they haven't been given space to develop it. But see, I've been a personal trainer for a very long time. And when you are in the gym all the time, and then you see other women who are also trainers, I personally know two women with bigger muscles than mine, and mine are not, these are not small muscles. I know women, too, specifically, who have bigger muscles than me and are stronger than me in the deadlift, bench, and squat. Stronger than me, bigger muscles than me, women. See, when you spend a lot of time in the gym, you realize that women are just as strong as men. Yeah. All my gym girls, what up? What up, though? All my gym girls, what's up? You go in the gym and you watching women squat 225 and more, you know. You go in the gym and you watching women bench press 185 for reps and more. You get to see that, oh, shit. Yeah, women are just as strong as men, physically. Physically. Women have been conditioned to take up specific roles, you know, through propaganda and programming. They have decided to just take up specific roles. But trust and believe, and there are plenty of women who are active in male spaces, male dominant spaces, and thriving, you know. But this whole little chat is just about Lilith and her being the representation of the return of the divine feminine. Yeah, the dark divine feminine. In order to be a man who can handle Lilith, and I'm not saying you should, if you're a spiritual man, you might want to go get you a Lilith. But I highly recommend you read the book, The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. I'll say again, because I know you're still going to ask me what was the name of that book in the comments. The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. It is a Bible for me. Maybe the Bible for me. Easily top 3 most important books I've ever read, and books are my jam. I've read a lot of books. But easily top 3. The most influential book in my life. Okay? And it is the reason why I am amongst the fraternity of men who can absolutely handle Lilith. Because I don't have any desire to control my woman. I don't have any desire to compete with my woman. And I love sports. I love sports. And I bring up sports because it's important to know who's got the hot hand. When you're playing a team sport like basketball or football, those two sports specifically, hockey as well, soccer as well, it's important to know who on the team has the hot hand. Whose time is it to shine? Who has the ball right now? And women have the ball right now. And it's based on their natural ability. It's based on who they are naturally as the earth is doing what it's doing. It's moving from this dense dimension to a different dimension. That dimension is primarily magic and spirituality, basically the same word. And women are natural here. Natural. For all my fellow brethren and sisterin who are in the fraternity of those who can handle and do handle Lilith very well, it's important to create space for your woman to be all that she is. Stop trying to stop her rage. Love her through that shit. Masculinity is love. The highest form of masculinity is love. But like I said, everybody can't handle Lilith. Hell, Adam couldn't even do it.